And we are live. Welcome to everybody to the Comic Crusaders special edition, special segment that we're going to call. Well, we don't know what we're going to call it yet, but this segment is an alphabet anime where we're going to take a look at the last things that have been going on within the anime, manga, otaku world. Whether it be the cartoons, whether it be the webtoon stuff, whether it be the toys, what have you, all the straight news that we thought could think of in alphabetical order. Maybe a little weirded out, but hey, we got it going on. We're going to be talking about that for the next say hour or so, and then we're going to give everybody that still is listening at the end a special deal on some stuff. They just got to listen in on what to do. So, welcome to my special guest. It can always a pleasure to have these gents talking with me on any type of show, on any type of podcast. Nick Hartless and Aaron, how's it going, Nick?
What's up, guys? How you doing? Thank you for doing this. We've been trying to do this for what, a year now?
Right, man. But every time you get people that commit to it, they you can drop out at the last minute. You know, oh, it's too much for me. Like, really? You only had like it's good that I can't cuss, man. But I mean, come on, you four letters, and you couldn't do four letters.
Well, I think it was the review and stuff that scared people.
He didn't have to review anything.
I did.
Just bring it up, find a
Right.
photo, talk about the favorite thing about it, and then that's it. But
I mean, I'm relatively new to anime, so and then I was like, yeah, this sounds exciting. It's a good opportunity to learn. Like two of the greatest minds on that podcast all the time. So I was like, why not?
We appreciate you for it, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
yeah, and special welcome to Aaron Yee, man, one of the great minds of speculations as well, man. Freaking, he's got his fingers in everything, whether it be the cards, the comics, anime. I mean, movies, all that stuff, man. So, if y'all gonna want to definitely make sure that you're attached into his Instagram. What's your Instagram, Aaron?
It's right there at the tagline at Yee Z Yee.
Absolutely. So also something that you guys are going to want to hone in on is that Comic Crusaders does have a Discord channel where we talk about that stuff and we post all this stuff as well. So head on over to Discord, hit the Comic Crusaders channel, and put that in. Also, within the next month or so, I'm going to be playing more games that have been passed on to me. So make sure you get onto the Comic Crusaders Twitch channel. That's where we also post the drunken chat, son, which is a great time to have on a Friday or Saturday morning during midnight, depending on where you are at EST. But hey, let's get into it, guys. Like, are you guys excited about this? There was a pretty interesting 2 weeks of flurry of announcements of stuff that
Yeah.
was happening,
Oh
man.
yeah.
So the first one, this is the anime outfit once again. So the first one that we got is A is for Akira.
Akira. Love it.
Oh, all-time favorites. Like probably one of the top favorites. Yeah, I thought it was super interesting that the film first premiered in 1988 and then wasn't later released into America until October of 1990. And then the manga is a 6-part series that started in December of 1982 and went up till June 11th, 1990. I'm actually currently reading the manga because I've seen the anime like hundreds of times, and I was like, oh, we got to talk about this. And then especially since like what Nick, you saw the
Yeah, the
remaster.
4K. Yep.
Yeah.
I love Akira, dude. Like, I got one of the pages behind, well, 2 pages back up there, another one. I've just been a Akira fan for years. Like, the manga is also, if you've noticed, a lot different than the anime the deeper you get into it.
Oh yeah, like even like within the first like few pages, I was like, whoa, there's like tons of details they leave out of the movie,
Yep.
like just like a lot of stuff, and then yeah, would not recommend it for kids.
Now, has there been any new news for 2021 or 2022 for Akira? Are they planning anything new, or are they still just publishing stuff out there?
They're pumping out like the 4K that just came out on Blu-ray and 4K. They keep on talking about they want to do a live action. I know DiCaprio was hooked up with that for a while, but that's probably dead in the water. But they do want to do a live action at some point with it.
Yeah, and I'm always scared when they do live actions from animation to like
They're usually crap. Look at Ghost in the Shell; it was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that. If you look at the Attack of the Titans live animation, Tokyo Ghost had a crappy live
Tokyo Ghoul
animation.
was bad, yeah.
One of my favorite is a Parasite, the one about the
Parasite's
alien.
awesome. Yep, in the
I,
hand.
I yeah, the open hand. I didn't like the live action on that one. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're trying something, but it doesn't really add anything to the series. There hasn't been anything really good live action wise. We're still waiting. Still waiting, right?
How was Battle
Yeah.
Angel?
Battle Angel Alita was alright, but it wasn't. If it wasn't an anime, it was just a movie on its own. It would have been good. It was okay.
So we're getting steps there, you know.
Slowly, baby
Yeah.
steps.
Yeah.
Like comic movies, takes forever to get there and actually have not crap. They all can't be Blade.
All right. Anything else about Akira right now? I mean, I've seen it, but it's been a long time since I've actually ingested anything of it, so I don't remember exactly what it's about. But once again, if something pops up newly about it, I'm definitely going to be on it. I just got to get done this other stuff that just came out right now. So let's go to B, which is Boruto for Naruto Next Generations.
So I used to work at ThinkGeek, and Naruto, every single customer came in, where can I get this headband? Where can I get this headband? I was like, I don't know, we don't sell it here. And then I was like, I guess there's this Boruto's currently going on. They're doing dub sport now. They're only up to like episode 54, and then the series is still continuing. And for the subs, they're at episode 148. I'm currently testing the waters to see if I like it or not, if I'm going to continue watching. So I watched the first 3 episodes, and it's okay. But
Now, is this Naruto's son?
yes, so this is Naruto's son, and he's going through ninjutsu school from what I've seen so far. And so he's everyone thinks he's following the steps of his father, and then he has like one eye like his mother, where he can see like the chakras and like everyone's spirit and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Sort of like Peter Quill is going on in the Marvel universe right now. That's kind of interesting. Um, that's this. This is an incredible, and I can't believe that people are still in denial about how big anime is, man. This logo, this cartoon is everywhere, or at least was everywhere for at least a year ago before all this crap stuff happened, and it was freaking growing. Um, and I see it growing even more. Is there anything planned big in 2021? Do we know?
I don't know. Is there a movie coming out? Because they usually have OVAs come out.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything new, but I definitely think that once all this stuff shuts down, this whole pandemic shuts down, they're definitely going to ramp up something else for this. They got to, as much as people have been asking about this stuff and are still talking about this. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Also, anime's been hit really hard with all the studios putting stuff out that's all being pushed back. You know, it was summer, winter, and now it's like fall. But as soon as it opens up, they're just gonna blow you with like 50, 60 series, and you're like, this is too much, you know?
Mm.
Yes.
Chainsaw Man.
It's a
Ladies
it's
and gents. The thing is that Nick and I, we've actually been doing Drunken Chat Son for a while. We've been doing a drunken previews for a while. We've been doing it for 2 years, just me and him, with Mel on and off. But just when we just do the drunken previews, and we go back, we go to the all the way to the back to like page number 500, and there's always Chainsaw Man. There's Chainsaw Man there in Mob Psycho, and I didn't know what was going on with it, but I knew there was something to this particular title. And now it's starting to heat up. It's got its own. Is it a live action or is it no? It's an anime television show that's in the works.
should be in the works. And
Yeah,
once they have a Ninja Rod, like Ninja Rods are super hot. They're wicked expensive. There's these tiny little art toys, but they're high scale, like Funko almost. But dude, the series is great. It's like basically he's a demon slayer or devil slayer. It's very dark, but it also has some cute fun moments. But Oh, it's totally fun.
Yep. And the anime show is going to be done by the same studio that does Attack on Titan, so that should be good, right? Get some experienced people to get into it. And yeah, like you said, I think those, what are those called? You said they're hyperoidioids or no,
Nindoroids.
nendroids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nindoroids.
Nendoroid figures. Yeah.
They're very
Um,
tiny. Yeah.
yeah. So these are going to be available through the poll box if anybody wants them.
I
And
do.
once again at the end, I will show everybody how to get into that stuff.
Ooh.
D for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Or Dragon Ball Super.
yeah,
Everything but GT, no GT.
right. Yeah, so I mean, like that was one of my first introductions into anime was probably Gundam and Dragon Ball Z, and then when I was working at ThinkGeek, everyone was going completely insane for Dragon Ball Super, whether it be toys, T-shirts, like everything. They finally put it all episodes onto Hulu. I had never seen the episode, and then I started, and I'm like 95 episodes in. Like
It's good. It's more fast paced than Z used to be. Like,
yeah,
sure, arc will only take like 3 episodes instead of like,
yeah, like 4 episodes later, still powering up.
Yo.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the series. Like, it has like tons of throwbacks. Like, if you haven't seen it before, like, give it a try. Like, it's all recently added to Hulu.
On Crunchyroll, I know it's on Funimation. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character? Like, I love Barris.
Yeah, and then like, Lucas, can you go to the next slide? Because like, there's so many toys for it. Like, you have the Bandai toys, where they have like 16 points of articulation. But if you want to like that extra special, like where you take lots of photos, shoot for the SH Figure Arts. Those have 33 points of articulation. You can change out the heads.
How expensive are they?
They're expensive.
Yeah, they are.
And then like there's even like con special ones. Like I know like when I went to the New York City Comic Con, like people went crazy for that Brawly one. Like just like any of them really. Like they're exclusive to that. And then yeah, they have huge resale value to it too. I had a friend that got a bunch from like Japan, from someone that was in like the military, and he bought his whole entire collection on the cheap, and then he flipped it all to like even reselling it to a store, and they still gave him like way more money than he paid for.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I might have to get up with some of my Marine Corps buddies, man. Talk to them about some stuff, man. Jesus Christ.
Dude, Dragon Ball people are like hardcore.
Yeah.
Hey, how long has it been around? It's been around since
30-some years minimum. Well, this is just Super, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was just Super.
2015.
Yeah, so I mean, like Dragon Ball, I don't even know when that started.
I'll look it up right now.
But yeah, a super classic. Like everyone loves Dragon Ball, so like if you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah, I mean I've seen it, but it came into the States at a weird time when I was chasing girls, so I didn't have time for all that.
Yep.
Like it would pop up on the channel, but then I was vegged out because I was doing homework anyway. But I never like really got into it.
Okay, so Dragon Ball came out in 1986 and was released in 1996 stateside.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
That was when I was in college. Yep.
And yeah, and then the manga is still currently going on.
Yep, still going on. My buddy says it's awesome.
All right, Nick.
Elven Lied is great.
Tell me about it.
All right, so
in a family friendly way. Can you tell us about it?
Okay, family friendly. Girl Lucy loses her mind basically. She's this cute little girl. She forgets that she's like this really trained like killer. She has these things almost like tentacles that are from what do you call them? Almost psychic stuff where she can grab stuff and move everything. She makes people's heads explode in the first episode. And she struggles with being this cute little girl, but when she gets put in a hard spot, she just snaps and just murders people. It's a really good anime. And it also has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I've never seen for an anime, so it's kind of crazy.
So where do you watch this at? On Funimation, Crunchyroll?
I know it's on Funimation, but I bought it when it came out back in the day. I forget when it was, but you know, when you used to buy the DVD box sets, everything, where you had to wait and buy them every 6 months.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It looks good. I mean, well, this particular picture looks good, but it looks like it might be a little risky. So
It's not that risky. Like, she was naked in it, but it's tastefully done. It's not where she's running around. You can't see any cleavage or anything. I like etchy stuff, so
he see Nick is running around trying to get us demonetized. Is what he's trying to do.
I didn't say anything offensive. Professional on this show.
Oh Lord have mercy. Don't go on Fate
Fate is
and Order.
huge.
Fate in Order, man. If you haven't checked out that series in order on Netflix, you need to go do it. It's really, really good. Yes, there are some seasons where it gets weird but overall, it's one of the best hierarchical, mythological freaking series that are out there for anime. And what they've got going on right now through the next month or so is they're still expanding on their games because that's where they really grew a big following was on their mobile games.
The gotcha games, yeah.
Yeah. So it says the joyous special event with a story overseen by the author of Fate, Khalid Liner, Prisma, Ilya, Hiroshi Hiroyama. And it's saying that this expansion is going to be a revival version of the original 2018 collaboration event, Magical Girl Cruise Prisma Codes. Certain elements have been adjusted for a more enjoyable experience. So if you're in the Fate in Order and you're all about if we can spend a little bit of money to grow what your knowledge is and everything, go ahead and over there and to the Fate in Order website, and you can actually get into the event from there. And then also regarding Fate in Order, they've got a new character that was especially for the arcade stuff. His name is Santana Saber. For a limited time, Fate Great Order arcade players can obtain this saber by completing a special event mission. Players will have from January 28th to March 25th to obtain the Sentada Saber and the Fate Grand Order arcade. And additionally, the exchange period for event items will last a little longer and end on April 8th of 2021. So for those game players, just keep that in mind. Hey, what's going on, Ultra Maximus? Shout out to Ultra Maximus. Thank you, Frodo Madness, for jumping in. And once again, a shout out to Miko Tokala FBT. Y'all need to come up with some easier names for me to say, man. I keep saying stuff and I'm inebriated and try to talk, man. G is for Go Ranger Super Sentai. What I did not know is that one of the earliest renditions of this whole thing, this whole Power Ranger, Voltron, Electron, all that stuff was Super Sentai Go Ranger. But they are still releasing stuff. They are releasing a new volume that's coming out, and that's going to be available through the Diamond Pull Box and your local library or whatever, or local bookstore or whatever. But you need to be aware of this, and probably might want to freaking check this out. There's also a thing that I came across. It was called like Camderai Ranger or something like that. He was one of the earliest that was in this whole Hanshai genre, but he didn't have like 4 or 5 bodies. It was just him and his badass bike just rolling around. So just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that they, I guess, stole like all the fighting action scenes for Power Rangers and then like threw in their actor, like the American actors for the TV show and stuff like that. Like it's straight up like no difference. Like, but like if you watch the 2 series, they're like completely different. So
exactly,
like,
the meetings are different, the missions are different. Man, it was like, man, what is going on there?
Yeah,
I mean, and then if you look really closely, sometimes you see that where they're fighting is in totally different areas. It's like, okay,
That's from Saban, you know, that's what they did in the 90s. They just bought up everything, hacked it up, and said, here you go, kids, go nuts, you know?
Yeah, but it almost bankrupted them too.
Yep. You saw the documentary on it? Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Robert Swanson. Thanks for joining us for this alphabet anime that we got going on. And then H is going to be for HBO Max, man. So I've talked about this numerous times on Drunken Chat about HBO Max and how they're trying to get into the anime world. So once again, HBO Max, once again owned by Warner Media, understands the value of this whole anime stuff. And once again, they also own, DC, right? So they've got they just announced a whole bunch of shows. Actually, just these 6 shows: Weathering with You, um, what is that? Pro Empire, Pro Mirari, Ride Your Wave, The Kingdom of Dreams and Madness, Never Ending Man, Hayu, Yeda, blah, blah. And The Night is Short, Walk On Girl. It was a little weird because I do remember that they were supposed to be doing Ruby as well, so that has me a little scared. Hopefully they're not. We can pulling back on doing Ruby, but I do still DC doing some stuff with Ruby. So they got that at least. But right on with HBO Max, pulling more into the anime world because from the numbers I have seen lately, um, that's where they're going to make the most money. And if you don't mind me taking a second just to talk about DC for a sec, I don't know what's going on with DC. I mean, well, DC they're in a mess, and I think they understand that. That's what that whole death metal thing was about. Gotcha. And oh, we're not going to do continuity. Gotcha. But when it comes to your actual books that you're putting out, how are you supposed to sell books if the only place that you got selling books is local bookshops and Walmart?
Yep.
You're letting DCBS Lunar, if it can control everything else that's going on, that means that they're limiting how many books that you need to print and publish. I just don't get that. Whereas the rest of the stuff that we're talking about, for instance, Chainsaw Man printed 5 million of
Oh,
that
wow.
original issue.
Yep.
5 million.
For
And
some reason, I
then
don't even know
yeah,
about.
and
The Batman
right.
can't even get what 100,000.
You used to be able to get 80,000. Now they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they also just did
So
Future State, right? I didn't screw with any of that. I thought it was too much.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
read
not
Kev.
it's not gonna it's not gonna hit 100,000. You know what? Here's what I'm betting. I'm bet you, and I want everybody to listen to me now. I'm betting that a lot of that future state stuff is gonna have a Walmart variant, and that Walmart variant is gonna have a lot more flow and a lot more money go into it. That first appearance of Yara Flora and that punchline, that
Yep.
Batman 80 number 89 has a Walmart variant. And
I got a
that,
couple.
yeah, people are ignoring that. They need to go grab those. All right. Um, but
But
yeah,
I
right.
I also thought like DC's always done like excellent animation.
Their
Like
animation's great, except
yeah,
Batman Ninja was trash. Everything else
yeah,
was awesome.
I was gonna mention that. Yeah, but I mean, but at the same time, like, do you think they're trying to do like a blend of both, of like trying to do anime and DC kind of thing with like
They
that was
should.
like kind of their like attempt at that?
Right. As they should. Right. But what they're ignoring is the fact that a big part of the anime and the manga world is that they start on webtoons, right? And
Right.
webtoons is free. Then, if they get enough of a following on webtoons, then they go to the mobile game. They don't go anime; they go to the mobile game, and then if they get enough of a following on the mobile game, that's when they do the anime cartoon.
Yep.
Uh,
Same thing with the light novels. They start as a light novel. They put them online for free. People get hooked on them. Then they get an artist. They start doing the manga, and that blows up, becomes an anime. But usually they do like sequential, like you said. They jump on the video game, test the water, see if it's hot. Everyone's hooked on the games for like the gotcha games, like Fate Grand Order and all that. And then boom, it's an anime, and people love it.
Wepa, epale. I want to give a shout out to the CEO of Comic Crusaders who just jumped on with us. Just decided to jump on with us for this special segment of the Alphabet Anime, where we talk about animation, manga, and all that otaku stuff. But we gotta kind of hold it down, so we try to pull it down to just 26 letters. It was kind of difficult. I know some of the people that we invited, they said they had headaches, decided to stay home with their little Midol or whatever, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do 4 letters, but here we are. I got my boys Nick and Aaron. We can help me out with this. See, what do we got for? Oh, so H as well. And this one is a weird little one. Like I don't know if you guys are tracking
That's
what's
the
going
Mitsu.
on. Yeah, Hatsumiku. She doesn't really have any cartoons or anything. She's more like a virtual reality freaking star,
Hologram.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
she's a hologram. That's it. She's got some YouTube. She's got a whole bunch of YouTube videos. People love her, but this is the weird thing. Whereas we said, hey, you got to do this, then you got to do this, and then you got to do this. Nope, she just had a hologram, and then
Does
she's
concerts, sells out too.
right.
oh wow.
So she's the future, right? You know,
Well, it's
people are
like all the
willing.
Hollow Live now too, like YouTube.
Yeah,
You know, the
I
Hollow
mean,
Live. That's what we talked about
people are willing to spend $270
for a statue.
for a statue, right? And there's some other statues and some I mean, what do you call it? Funko Pops that are in the previews as well.
They're expensive
Um,
too for her.
yeah, they're expensive. So I'm kind of weirded out by, like, is this going to be the future where you have a hologram and then people are willing to spend money versus books, versus reading books? I don't know, but I tell you what, the statue looks good. I'm not gonna have it in my background or anything like that, but we're not for $270. We're gonna have to see how much it costs me, but still, it's got me intrigued.
Well, isn't it also in Japan where they have like the hologram like companions and stuff like that, where
Yep.
they like greet you
They
and
are
yeah,
augmented reality. Yep.
yeah.
So I tell you what, like in some of the there's some weird Discord channels that are out there, and inside those Discord channels, there's these weird games where the more activity that they have inside the Discord channels, the more tokens they get. It's weird, right? And then once you get a certain number of tokens, you're able to buy a waifu. And one of the highest waifus that's out there that you can spend money on is Hatsumiku. And you can also buy outfits for her and all this other stuff. It's weird, man.
But weebs are into that though. 100% pillow girlfriends. You know.
God bless their hearts, man. Freaking, if y'all are into that type of stuff, let me know so I can just look into it for Comic Crusaders. But I need more. I need to do more research on what's going on there, man. I is for illiteracy, right? Um, the news just came out with the last, I think, 72 hours that Russia. Actually, this was on the 20th, so more than 11 days ago. That Russia is banning the Death Note, Inio Hashiki, Tokyo Ghoul animes. Um, it's been in the works for a while because apparently a 13-year-old girl, God bless her heart and God bless her family, she committed suicide. So what they did was, instead of saying, "Hey, maybe she had some challenges in her life, maybe she had something going on," they decided to look around her room and they found 4 books of the Death Note. So there's like, well, it's something called the Death Note. That means that she must have killed herself because of the Death Note. Well, that's not the way the Death Note works at all, right? If you actually read it or even watched the doggone cartoon, to watch the doggone anime. So this is the weird stuff that happens apparently when you become a parent. Apparently, you start using critical thinking and common sense and all that other stuff, and your ability to not think but actually to write a letter to your local congressman results in that type of stuff.
Well, this was like months ago when Australia banned, Rising the Shield Hero, Goblin Slayer, this and that because of, seduction of the innocent. It's so stupid, They want an easy cop out. They want to blame it on something instead of maybe the girl had issues, maybe she had family issues, but nope, it's an anime or manga or a comic book or a book or something.
Well,
But
it even reminds me of like the music industry, like
yep.
in the 70s and 80s, like kids committing suicide and they were listening to like what, an Ozzy record. So it's Ozzy Osbourne's fault. Like
Marilyn Manson, whatever, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, like it's like kind of like history is repeating itself with something else taking its place. So like place the blame.
Right. I will blame the music industry for dudes still wearing their pants down low and showing their underwear. Like, come on, man. You are 40 years old. We do not need to see your ass crack. What in the heck, man?
Yep. Too old for that.
J is for what, Nick?
Jutsu Kaisen. It's basically like, I like darker, edgier things. This is basically a demon hunter that the main character, he ends up eating a finger and can actually see the demons and fight with them, and they merge with his body. So they make him eat more and more cursed items so he can see the demons and hunt them down. I think I'm 6 episodes in. There's 15 currently that are live streaming. Like every week they're still coming out. I think it's a 21 or 23 arc story for the first season. It's pretty good.
Right. So there's not an anime. It's just a
No, there's
book.
an anime. No,
It's an
the anime,
anime.
they have 15 episodes. I know it's on Funimation. No, it's not Funimation. It's on HBO Max right now, so that means
Okay.
it's on Crunchyroll. Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. Put my HBO Max subscription to use.
No, yeah.
K is for Kenshiro. This just announced that they've got the cover and they're ready to roll with it. It says that it's releasing on June 15th of 2021. Fist of the North Star Volume 1 hardcover. The cover features the story's protagonist Kenshiro, who is established in the story as the sole heir to a form of martial arts called the Hakuto Shinken. This volume will be the first time Fist of the North Star has been collected in English. The anime, however, has already been released in English in its entirety, which is generally reserved for mature titles like Black Lagoon. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to check it out. Now I got to freaking check out the anime.
movies.
Yeah,
Yep.
check out the anime and
That's
see
pretty
what's
much
going on. Yeah, he kind of looks like Ken from what's the name? Not Virtual Fighter.
Oh, Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Street Fighter.
that's what it was like ripped off of. It's a good series. It's like 80s, early 90s.
Mm-hmm. And what's interesting, this is going to be a hardcover that's going to be for $17.99. And once again, I've always talked about how comics are $3.99 to $4.99 per issue, whereas this one is going to be $17.99 out the bat. So
But it's probably going to have 200 to 300, 400 pages in it too, though. It's
Yeah.
a giant trade.
Can't do it. Another K that I decided to do was K is for Kyojo, excuse me, Kai Ojuro Rokoko, the replica Ninjaman blade that sounds like the real thing. So if you remember, like all those little Star Wars sabers that are out there, and you light them up and then you wave them around and they got the sound. So apparently this is supposed to be the same thing. This is the sword from Demon Slayer. It's 1-to-1 scale. It's supposed to be about $106.
Oh, that's cool. Tanjiro's weapon? That's cool.
Yeah, so it's out there right now, available for sale. Not in the pull box, unfortunately, but I don't know if it comes with that display like that. I might have to get it.
Have it lit up
Just
in the
might have to.
background. That'd
Yeah,
be kind of cool.
Yeah, I remember when Overwatch was like super big. Is that still relevant? I don't know.
But yeah,
I don't
I
think-
love
Yeah.
Overwatch.
But yeah. So they made a replica sword or katana for that too, and it
For
also
Genji.
like kind of so it did the same kind of thing. It had sounds. I think it even came with a similar type of stand like to it. So like sold right out the door, like every time we got one in.
Yeah, so keep an eye out on that one for me.
I need a healing.
L.
Lupine.
Tell us about Lupine, Nick.
Lupine the Third. Lupine is one of the greatest heist / con men of all time. I think it's been going on for about 30-something years now, and they just keep on redoing it constantly. This is from the 2015 series. I watched like the one in the 90s from the 80s, so I mean it was a good series.
Yeah,
It's just a simple heist type of thing, you know?
yeah. I used to watch it back in the day too, like from the 80s, 90s series when it was like on the Toonami.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I just found out it's on Hulu for part 3 or part 5 or something like that.
They get that in a ton of movies. They made so many OVAs for it, so
Yeah.
it's just a cute, wholesome, like fun, like let's rob a guy. Okay, well he's gonna rob us. It's nothing crazy. It's not over the top violence or action. It's not my taste, but it's decent.
Yeah. And then I always remember the statues being super popular, like always selling out of those really fast. So,
Yep.
but cool heist stuff.
Gundam.
Oh yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam. That, like I said earlier, that was one of my early intros into anime. So I definitely remember watching Gundam Wing, the TV series, and then which leads up to this movie, The Endless Waltz.
I like that as well too. I was gonna say.
Yeah. So I mean, like, definitely, like, if you have the time, watch Mobile Suit Gundam, and then lead into The Endless Waltz. But I definitely want to showcase the Gunpla. Like, there's so many different Gunplas. Like, there's an entry level for like kids where you can get the what's called the super deformed grade, and it's and so like the heads are super big and stuff like that, and like kind of goofy looking. But I mean, like, it's a beginner entry level into like model building. If if they're a little bit older, like you could go into the HG series, which is the high grade series. It's a 1 to 144 scale, and then the grade after that would be master grade, which I think is also a 1 to 144 scale. It has a little bit more details to them. I definitely do remember building those like when I was like in high school.
So you
And
had the kits and all that.
yep, I still have them too, and I've always meant to like repaint them and stuff like that because the paint in there can be a little out of the box. It looks decent, but like you got to get those details in there, when you're repainting models.
Man, I don't have the patience for all that.
Yeah, and then if you're super patient, they have what's called the perfect grade and the master grade.
Hold up.
Hello Kitty. Yep. I saw this. I was like, I have to buy this. It's just like a 3-inch tall one. I haven't put it together yet, but that just looks badass. Like, how can you not want that? That's cute as hell.
How are you compare a Hello Kitty to Gundam? Come on,
It
man.
was cool, dude. It was cool.
Yeah.
I just don't want to try something like that. That looks crazy.
I don't know, man. I do I do know that you like pink, and I got that. But come on, man.
Real men like pink. Salmon.
I've had pink hair before, so it's true. But anyways, yeah. And then with the master grades and with the perfect grades and real grades, I'm not too sure about the real grades, but what I was reading about the perfect grades, they're like a 1 to 100 scale. It's like the biggest kit they have, and then you can also it also comes with like LED lighting systems for it too.
Jeez.
Yeah, they can run about $200 to $500 for it, and you get all the parts, the stickers. Yep.
Yeah, and then and it's definitely something you have to take your time with to build because the replacement kits are not cheap either. So
and they're not in English either. So good luck.
Yeah. But yeah, when I went to New York City Comic Con in 2018, I stopped by the Bandai booth.
Bandai does really nice models too, though. They're super detailed.
Yeah, and so I thought it was crazy that people pay to go to this convention to sit there and build these models. Like,
it's therapeutic.
So wait, so there's an area just for building these models
at the Bandai booth.
Huh.
Yeah, where it's like, you sign up through the website or something like that, and then, or I think you can even just walk in and do it, like if they have space.
You just show off your skills, like I'm good at building them.
Yeah, like that's what their focus is on. So I was like, okay, like.
So how long does it take to build each kit?
Hours. Depending on the scales. Yeah, even like that little one I have, that's probably going to take me an hour, 2 hours to do.
Yeah.
And
that's just assembling. Like if you go into like more details of painting and stuff like that, like tons of my friends back in high school used to do that. Like they used to, once they finish building the model, they prime it all down, repaint
Sand it, get it nice and tight, no gaps, no nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, I built a couple in high school.
Yeah.
We might have to do something like that during the next virtual con, where we just like let everybody
building.
Well, yeah. Well, what we'll do is we can try and get an exclusive, right? And then we send it to everybody, then let them broadcast themselves just building kits.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd be down to try that.
All right. N is for New Square Enix merchandise or Near Automata. Once again, this is one of those joints where it's a straight from the game, and then they're going from the game to the product, to the toys, to the statues and all that. And I'm telling you, Near Automata, I have never played the game, but I like the toys. I might have to get some of these just to put in the background. The only thing is $154. And then the other one, that's for the 2B, your no type 2B, whatever. And then there's this other one that's the deluxe version. That's about $204. $204 for
chunk of change.
It says it's direct from Japan. That means you're going to have to wait at least 4 to 5 months before it even arrives.
And also the shipping gets lost for like a month and then just magically shows up and says it's in New York or California.
Yeah. Anytime something's, I'm still waiting for stuff that's on the water for a bunch of people. So God bless them. Oh, for One Piece. Who else could it be but One Piece? Nobody else. They just made it to their thousandth book, title, or story, which was released back in January 4th, 2021. What did you think about this, guys? Are you guys into One Piece at all, or what?
I've never watched it. It's too overwhelming with how big of an arc it is. Like everyone says it's great, but I don't know if I have time to slosh through 1,000 episodes. Like Dragon Ball Super was like what 120, like Inuyasha was 200, Fairy Tail was like 300. I don't have 2 years of my life to waste to watch a series.
Yeah, I mean, they're on episode like 958. I have never seen one episode, but I mean, like, I know the fan base that loves it. They love
They
it.
say it's awesome. Like it's supposed to be really good,
Yeah.
cute. He's a pirate, so
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like redone music videos where they use the art and stuff like that. But yeah, like it looks interesting. It's like what pirates and stuff like that.
yeah. Luffy's the main character. They get that cute little, I don't know what he is, like I want to say like a moose or whatever, his friend.
Yeah, that's like
It's
during like
cute
the
looking.
third. Yeah, it's like that's like way down the line in like episode like 200 or something like that. But when he starts out, it's just him, a girl, and like this, and like a couple of dudes, and they're just out there. Ultra Maximus says, "Who's the redhead?"
I saw that. Me and him are
That-
suckers for redheads.
that's Jessica. That's Jessica Root, right? Or is that too deep, Nick?
No, it's fine.
He's like, "I'm going to kill you, Lucas." That's worse. All right, moving on. P.
How is
Promised
this?
Neverland.
Oh,
Amazing.
I
I want
love
to
this
check it
show.
out.
Yeah, so I watched the first season when we were like locking down like what we were doing for this podcast, and I saw that like, oh, this is a new series, and then I saw that, oh, the first season was already, so let me go ahead and watch it, and I binged it the entire first night. Like I watched all, I think it's like 11 episodes, 12 episodes for the first season.
So what is the premise behind it, anyways?
It's
So
right, yeah. So it's these orphans that are brought up. You know, they have everything they want. Most of the time is being used to test who they are, or what they can do, what their capabilities are. And they've got a one mother who's oversees them all, and she shows them the love and everything. But then it turns out that it's not about that. She's not showing there to show them love. She's there to uh, bring them up so that by their 12th birthday, I think, right?
okay,
Um,
from their 6th to 12th birthday is when they're raising them to feed them to demons.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It's amazing. Like, yeah,
I'm
like,
now gonna check this out tonight after we get done with this. That's not, you sold me on demons right there.
yeah. So I don't want to spoil too much because like the first season's like kind of like a murder mystery kind of situation, like of what's going on and like discovering what's happening there. But yeah, it's cool. And then yeah. But yeah, once you start watching season 2, it changes up the pace of what it is. But yeah,
Right. Yeah, it's that the whole cutesy thing with the characters and everything is intentional, so that when that twist gets you, it hits you real hard, man.
yeah.
It got like what I say. Sometimes you just got to give me to care about the characters, and then when stuff goes wrong, you're like, damn.
And it's not just like one twist. There's tons of twists, like all the
Oh
way
yeah.
in the series. Yeah. But yeah, it was originally supposed to be scheduled to back in October, but then it got pushed to this January. And then the manga finished its series in 2020, and it's described as a dark fantasy sci-fi thriller. So yeah, when you're watching season 1, it follows around the characters from left to right. Is the far left character with the gray hair is Norman. In the middle is Emma, and on the far right is Ray. And these are like all 12-year-olds that are like prime for consumption of, like, you can see like one of the demons at the bottom. So
Oops.
they're, yeah.
Not family friendly though for kids. How's the gore in it?
It's not too bad, but like,
Well, you know how sometimes the scariest part about a zombie movie isn't the
Not
zombies,
knowing.
it's the humans. No, it's the humans in there.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's sort of got that type of thing going on.
yeah, it's a more psychological like thriller kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if the kids like mature enough, they could probably watch it, but or if they're into like that kind of stuff, like Lucy's kid could probably watch it.
Right. All right, so My Hero Academia for Q. The Q is for Quirk because they've got a new collection coming out in 2021 where there's these things called the Quirks. Not exactly sure what's going on with that. I haven't watched My Hero Academia since probably the first season. And it was like, hey, this is great. It's cool. But then I had no interest in keeping going because I got other stuff going on. Um, do you guys
Yeah,
watch My Hero Academia?
the premise
You guys
behind
out?
it sounded awesome with, like superheroes because we all love comics. I'm like, this sounds great. Couldn't get past like episode 4. My little cousin loves it. He's 12. He thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread, but I don't like it.
I watched the first season also, and like it's kind of like it reminds me of like it's almost like a parody of like Dragon Ball, and then like because like All Might's supposed to be like Goku.
I can see
Like,
that.
yeah,
I
I think even the creator like even said something like that to that extent.
Here we go. This is what is this, Nick? What am I looking at?
This is, I've been reading it for a year. It's called Redo of Healer. It's amazing, but it is very dark, etchy, and this is a family-friendly show, so this is like one of the few scenes I could have shown from it. But they just made it into an anime. There's 3 episodes. It's edited and unedited. And no US distributor wants to touch the manga because it's so hardcore and just not family-friendly at all. But it's something that's right up my alley. It's basically a guy that he's a healer. He gets abused by the whole party. Right there, you got Bullet, Blade, and Farah. And they treat him horrible. That's the politest way to put it. And he goes back in time, still can remember everything, and just slowly screws them over and gets his revenge. That's the politest way to put it.
You guys got to understand, I actually saved you from some of those the panels that Nick wanted to put in there. I was like, yo, I can't be putting this on. No, man. I got kids. I got my mama. My mama might be watching this. She can't be watching me. No, nope.
Well, I
I'm not
actually
gonna put
wrote
that
a
in
whole
there.
review of it, but yeah, let's go through the quick little thing about it because you have all
This
the
one
pictures.
was risque, man. Like,
Let me
oh
see.
man, what?
Oh, okay. So this is Bullet. He is a jerk. Basically, what he says is he loves Kira and that he doesn't want him to be with anyone else, and that's the nicest way to put it. There were rose petals and everything, and that's him choking him out right there, and he still says he loves him. Yep.
You say this is him, but he's got a rose in his hair.
Yeah, he put a rose in his hair. Bullet just
Make him pretty.
is choking him out. Yeah, that's the politest way to put it. Yeah.
Did he make him put the lotion on the skin?
Nah, he just broad-dogged it. See, okay, this is another cool thing. His eye lights up because he's a healer. He, like I said, he went back in time, and now he can also see. He got a fairy eye, so he can see everything, like people's powers and abilities. It's an isekai, and he finds out the water's poison from monsters being left in, like, just basically the water supply of the town. So it's poisoning all the people. Tells the girl in his party, Freya, with him, don't drink it. He creates a cure for everybody, and then he's like, let's go buy a slave, because that's what they do. So he buys a slave. She is, I don't know if you get the slide for it. She's an ice wolf, so there's also anthropomorphic animals in it. Kind of like, I'd say borderline furry, but I mean, there's monsters, mutants, demons, all that. And he basically picks up a anthropomorphic wolf type chick to be his bodyguard in the party. So yeah. And I won't read half of the stuff I wrote for the review because not family friendly, even edited. And that's Freya. That's the antidote that he makes for him with his blood because he took a bunch of hallucinogens so he couldn't be poisoned by the drugs he used to get fed all the time to make him forget about everything. So they could use him. That is the girl. They don't have her name yet. I know her name, but I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, just Google Redo of Healer. That's him saving her. He basically offers her, do you want to kill all the humans to get your revenge? I'll take you with me as long as you want to come and work with me. So yeah, it's pretty good. The manga's totally brutal, but I love it.
See, Nick always trying to see. That's why people probably don't want to do this show with Nick because he's always trying to push hentai on us.
It's not hentai.
He's showing his little perfect.
Edgy.
It's like on the edge, right? Like
It's
right on the edge.
A
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah, right there on the cusp. But I also like really cute, regular, sweet stuff too. I watch everything.
Before we got that rehealer, R was going to be for Tomb Raider because there is going to be a Tomb Raider anime that's going to be on pair on Netflix. That should be interesting. So it says it's after the events of the video game reboot trilogy. Um,
The
do we?
original.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they don't take the whole essence of why people were interested in Tomb Raider away from her anyway. But we'll see. We'll see how
They may
we'll see how
change
that goes.
her assets a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good.
Netflix, so you know.
Yeah. S is for Sony.
Dominating with the anime and manga game. Crushing it.
How should I start this off? Let's put it this way. So inside the Discord, y'all know those who are inside the Discord with me know that I just throw up a whole bunch of stuff, right? To include some of the stock stuff. So a month and a half ago, what did I start throwing up, Aaron? You know because you were in there.
Oh yeah, you were throwing up like all the different stock tips of like what companies are doing, like just like charting out information for us. Like, oh man, like
Was, was,
super.
was, was
Before it was
GameStop
cool last week.
Was GameStop a
Nope.
part of that?
Yes, GameStop was definitely a part of that. And then like I was chatting with Nick on the side. I was like, man, like I was even on that drunken chat show, like when we were
Nope.
discussing the stocks, and then like he posted on the Discord the next day too. Like, why didn't I like already jump on that? Like I was like, oh, I'm kicking myself.
Yeah. I even posted a date, the day of reckoning, right? Which is
Yeah.
January 27th. So this is my post notice. Sony Core. Now this is the cheapest that I've seen Sony Core in a while, probably since like 2008, where it's just right, where it's got just enough going on, but the prices are jumping down because of everything that's happening across the board with all these other with Netflix, AMC, and GameStop. So it's at that nice plucking, right? And the reason why I say you might want to think about jumping on this is because Sony owns Funimation, which just bought Crunchyroll for 1.75 billion.
Oh wow.
Think about that.
Yeah.
People might say, well, they're the same. Nope. Funimation, they focus more on um, the dubs and making sure there's English dubs for all the animation. And they just bought Crunchyroll. That means they have access to all those licenses that Crunchyroll has.
The
And of
simulcast.
course, right, yep. And now they're owned by Sony, which has their own avenues for movie production.
Yeah.
So everything that Crunchyroll has a straight road in the Sony as far as live action, all that other stuff. So what I'm saying is, as I've been telling you guys about the fact that Crunchyroll and all this other stuff and Webtoons has been printing out stuff at 5 million prints and doing well, you might want to pay attention to Sony is going to forget the mess that's going on with PlayStation, right? That'll
Right.
subside when people get more PlayStations. That's why I think it's okay for it to go down right now. Fine, PlayStation 5, that whole launch was a mess. Got
Yeah.
it. But this thing right here, this thing regarding the whole animation, they're getting into the whole anime and manga and taking it over. That's why you might want to pick it up.
Yep, it's 95.65 right now for the stock price. It's a pretty decent drop.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up my stockbroker soon, so like get some of those shares in.
avoid Robinhood. Screw
Yeah,
them. So
yeah,
mad.
yeah.
S is also for Mandarin Spawn. Thank you once again to McFarlane Toys, which actually gave quite a big thing to my boy freaking Omega. Let him preview some of those toys on I forget what the name of the show that he was doing. And they look absolutely beautiful, especially this one. This Mandarin Spawn is going to be the joint. I forget when the first appearance of Mandarin Spawn, but it's out there, and this toy looks absolutely beautiful. So if you can get your hands on this, you might want to get your hands on this one because they're doing some stuff with this one. T,
Yeah.
what were you gonna say, Aaron?
Oh, I was saying I'm still waiting on the GoFundMe Spawn toys to come in. I mean, I know they're coming in. Like I've seen.
Some people get them in the mail.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting for mine. So I'm still excited about it though.
Yeah, I think some of those that were in that box were part of the GoFundMe toys. I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not sure. Um, T, I put in for Attack of the Titan, season 4, episode 8. One of the biggest characters, one of the funniest characters that brought levity to the show. She actually passed away, died on the show. People are heartbroken about it. They wanted to kill Attack of the Titans because it didn't have to happen. Have you guys caught up, or have you been watching season 4 yet? The
I
final
just
season?
did season 1. I was on the fence. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know it's going to be the final season. So I think I've watched the first season a while ago, but I'll probably have to like refresh and like catch up to see what's going on with that.
Oh yeah, man. The rest of the seasons are absolutely crazy. And once again, that whole thing about humans being the biggest threat, it's all over that Attack of the Titans, man. There's all type of historical context. There's a whole persecution of the Jews context, subtext to it. It gets
Whoa.
crazy in it. Yeah.
Like honestly, I think anime is like better than The Simpsons and like coming up with predictions of the future and stuff like that. You know,
Oh,
like
Just
going all the way back to like letter A, like Akira.
Akira.
They
Yep.
they predicted in 2020 that the Olympics in Tokyo was gonna get canceled.
Yep. Neo Tokyo.
Yeah.
all right. So remember this. Who else does Sony own from Marvel?
Spidey.
Yeah.
Venom. The whole Spider-Man thing. Yep.
So you know the connection between Spider-Man and Attack of the Titans
Yep.
is that there's these things that they use to freaking get around the town that was developed using the Spider-Man technology, the way they move, right?
Mhm.
And then they even threw a shout out to it. There's actually a Spider-Man comic out there that was like a free comic book day comic
That was like 2
that's
years
out
ago.
there, right? That actually has the Titans from Attack of the Titans inside that Spider-Man book.
Oh, tight.
So you might want to look out for that one. Just saying. Ultraman, Ultraman. Marvel has been pushing Ultraman, and I couldn't understand why until I just found out that Ultraman, it does have a live action movie coming out soon. It's been delayed. They finally at least came out with a trailer for it. Let's see, do I have that trailer?
I'd be curious.
No.
Check that
Oh,
out.
wait.
Is that it? Ultraman? Yep. Just make sure no sound on it. Yeah, you gotta mute it.
I mean, it looks pretty good to me. I mean,
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
cool, but where's the suit? That's what we care about.
Right.
Ooh, that looks cool. All right, yeah, I love kaiju movies, so I mean Ultraman's like a huge kaiju thing, so this looks cool. I get behind this.
definitely. There you go.
There we
There's the
go.
suit.
Oh, nice.
There's the suit.
Nah, I checked that out. That looks pretty cool.
So yeah, even though it's been delayed, I think I definitely want it. Now I'm interested in some of the stuff that Marvel's been putting out, but I think it's the first appearance was actually in some type of Shonen Jump type of one, so that's the one I'm actually going to be looking out for.
What about the art germ covers? Those are pretty nice too.
Hey, if they become cheap, but they had like 1 in 1,000s, man. People are
Yeah,
probably going to be
that's stupid hard to get.
people are going to be asking for like $1,000 for those. Okay, what's this? Vlad
What is
Love.
this? I love
So,
vampire
yeah.
stuff. What is this?
So this is a new anime that's premiering February 14th on 2021. It's scheduled to release on Amazon Prime, but they're not certain if it's going to be released to like the US, UK, or other English speaking countries. So what I've seen on it, that was described as it's a series that combines vampires, band performances, and hyperbolized slapstick comedy. So all those elements together don't sound very good, but it's like highly creator driven. It's from the creator of Ghost in the Shell, Marumoshi Oshii. So if you're a fan of his, like definitely check it out. So hopefully it's going to be available to the U.S. market.
Well, if not, you can always find it. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, yeah, the J-pop thing was big about 2 or 3 years ago with just doing different animes where like would they have Zombie Corpse Party, this, that, and that. Some of them are good, hit or miss, but usually vampire shows aren't trash. So, and the creator, it's probably going to be good.
Yeah. So and then with band performances, like I think all anime has excellent music to it. So you
Oh yeah,
can
the soundtracks are actual legit bands. Like,
yeah. So I could see this being like a pretty big hit, like with all kinds of merchandising, like music, whatever.
at your local Hot Topic coming soon. Have you guys? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. What you got?
The Witcher series? No, I was going to talk about Witcher. Like, I love the book series. It was awesome. The show was pretty good too.
I have not watched I have not read the book series.
So good.
I could not get into the Netflix series.
It bounces around a lot.
But now that you're telling me that there's an anime series, I guess I'm going to have to go back and get into it, right? Figure out what's going on. Once again, thank you to McFarlane Toys for sending Al Omega this huge, huge ass freaking toy for The Witcher. I forget, it was like maybe like 12 or 15 inches, huge. But it was beautiful and very detailed. So I'm definitely going to have to check this out. It says coming out in 2021, but it didn't necessarily give us a date.
Yeah, and McFarlane Toys, like they're always like super detailed with like everything. Like because like McFarlane cares about what his toys look like.
We remember when they first came out, they were super like you're 3 inches. He had 6 inches. They're all beefed up. They look awesome, and now they're so much nicer compared to like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, I mean 3D printing's like provided like excellence like for toys. Like it's
But they
changed.
have sculptors too, though. The stuff is crazy that they sculpt. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. X is for Xbox Game Pass, which passed out the ultimate surprise to subscribers to the Game Pass, gives them a special free gift. So if you have the Xbox Game Pass, apparently you can go in and you can claim your Dragon Ball or anime. You can free, I think it's like season one or something that's like free, and you can download it into your thing, and it's free. But you can only do it through 1st of March. So if you got Xbox Game Pass, you might want to freaking get up on that. Am I the only one that has an Xbox?
Yep. I got a PlayStation 5.
I have PlayStation also.
Yeah.
Oh, you snooty tooty.
You know how hard it was to get that? I was searching from day one. I was pumped when I got mine.
I mean, I just have a PlayStation 4, so I haven't got
I got rid of my Pro.
Yeah.
My brother had the new Xbox. It was sitting there for like 3 weeks, didn't even open it. He was waiting to get laid off to play with it. I'm like, you're crazy.
Let's see. Also for Hunter X Hunter.
It's supposed to be good. I never watched it. Everyone talks about it. It's like one of those classic cult animes that's supposed to be pretty good.
It's got, if you take One Piece and some other pirate stuff, it's like it's got the cuteness, or it had the cuteness of One Piece, but it's so much better. It's so much more driven. The story is so much more driven. It gets a little weird. It got a little weird during, I believe, the second or the third season when they pulled out of the game and everything. But when it went back into it, it's so good. It had that God of High School type of vibe to it as well.
Okay.
But there's so much stuff going on that, yeah, a lot of people do get lost in it. But I don't know. I liked it. I stopped watching it for a while because, once again, I got other stuff to do. But I think people were definitely hype about this Hunter live action trailer that came out. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Here we go. The only thing is I didn't like the physique and the build of that one particular guy. That guy, I forget what his name is.
Yeah, I just thought I was like, I don't know. What the?
And then that guy is way too old.
Yeah, aren't they supposed to be like teenagers?
He's supposed to be like 10 years old.
Oh, so they're younger than that. Okay. I'm so glad this is a family-friendly show where the stuff I'd be saying right now would not be appropriate.
Well, I know it's like always been like a super popular anime. Like people will always come in to Think Geek and asking like, "Hey, can I get
See,
Hunter X
the
Hunter
only thing I don't like
shirt?"
about it is that is Hisaka, right? It's this guy's name is Hisaka, the other guy's name is Gon. Gon is too old. Gon is supposed to be like 11 years old. Hisaka is supposed to be a little bit more sweet.
To me, this looks like a bad
Hisaka's a
music
little
video
too
from the
manly, man.
90s.
He's supposed to be sweet. He's supposed to be, like he's supposed to be
Effeminate.
effeminate you and make you feel bad about yourself because you got knocked out by a feminine dude.
That's gonna be a hard pass for me for Hunter x Hunter, that live action.
But we'll see. We shall see. All right. And why I know you guys have not watched it, but this is something that is kind of interesting.
This looks cute.
Why Yuki Yuna as a hero Chirudo anime shorts. Some people are kind of hyped about this. It's making its way up the charts. Let's see if I got any stuff on this.
Hey, can you throw it up in the
Um,
Discord so I can
Yuki
check that out?
Yuna as a hero will be broadcast on BS Nippon Television, so it's not going to necessarily be on any of the joints that you can find here in the U.S. You're just gonna have to find it. It will be broadcast from April 14th, 2021 on Wednesdays, and it's got several different chapters. So right now looks like it's got about 24 episodes that are ready to be broadcast. And then for the last one, for Z, Generation Z. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because once again, I've been talking about this all day. Is I'm kind of perplexed at how people are ignoring the anime culture right now, right? Especially when it comes to like Marvel and DC, they're getting into it, but they're not putting their full foot into it, and you can't do it anymore, right? Guys our age and the guys that are like 50 and everything, they're like, well, if Marvel and DC want to keep my money, they got to do this. Nope, they've already moved on. They've
Yep.
already moved on to Generation Z, and it's proven here. You can brands like Prada and Gucci, they're coming out with full-on lines dedicated to that stuff. Um,
You know it ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Now, you know how expensive Gucci stuff can be. Are you guys willing to spend like $1,200 on some
For
Gucci
a
anime stuff?
t-shirt? Nah.
What do you think?
I did like the Supreme Akira stuff they put out, but I can't touch that. I'm not gonna pay $1,000 for a t-shirt, you know?
I mean,
Oh,
what
you guys
Coach?
hear me?
Yeah. What Coach Outlet started selling some of the Marvel stuff for like I guess somewhat of a decent price for Coach.
Not $300 ain't worth it, and I'm not gonna wear a fanny pack for $300. It's got Spider-Man on it. I'm sad.
Yeah.
Coach
Or
is so Coach. Nobody wears Coach anymore.
yeah.
Coach is dead. Coach, they had their little 10-year run, and now it's dead.
Yeah.
I see more people demanding champion stuff, which was a big thing during the 80s, than I do Coach now.
Yep,
So,
Champion's coming back. They did a really cool Dragon Ball line with Hot Topic, and I forget the other one. I think Dick's, where they did a whole Dragon Ball Z line. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what anime does.
why.
They have a lot of collabos with, like, say you like this brand, especially in Japan. Like, they'll mix everything: fast food, retail stores, toilet paper. It doesn't matter. They'll throw their characters on anything.
Yep. It's saying Louis Vuitton also they teamed up with popular game League of Legends, and Gucci also collaborated with One Piece anime and manga series. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's out there that we just haven't seen yet. But man, I just can't imagine Gucci though. Prada is so expensive, man.
But they know that the hype beast will pay for it. If they like the anime or whatever, they have a disposable income and they'll buy it. Or the girlfriend's like, "This is cute, buy it." The guy's like, "I guess I'll buy it." You know?
Well, I just don't know about that, whether they'll buy it because, well, maybe in 10 years they'll be buying that stuff. I could see
Or be
that,
famous
but
at that point.
yeah, because the thing is, a lot of the viewership right now, they're high school kids, they're college kids, and they don't necessarily have all the disposable income yet. But in 10 years from now, they'll definitely have that to throw money around.
Will
So
says we need a VPN sponsor to watch anime in other countries.
can't wait. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So that was the end of the alphabet anime. I just wanted to show everybody where we get some of this information from and how they can order some of this stuff.
I'm also curious because I do the pull box for the comics, but I want to start ordering manga with you because do you know how much of a pain it is to go into Barnes and Nobles or somewhere and be like, no, we don't have it. And you're like, I just drove 45 minutes. I want it.
No, yeah, or you're looking for a certain part, but they have the one behind it and the one after
Yeah,
it.
issues like 3 and 4, and you're like, well, I need 2 though. Like I have 1, I have 4, but I need 2.
No.
Just like I asked Lucas to try to get a Ninja Rod for me. If they're sold out, I'm not going to spend $150 on eBay for one when it's $50. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, if you have the previews, this is I forget where it is. Where I have here it is. So this right here. Okay, let me blow this up. I keep getting confused about my mouse. Let's see. All right. So this right here, excuse the naked ladies on there, is the Diamond Previews magazine, right? So it's got all the stuff that they should be selling over the next month. So if you go to your,
I can't find it in my local LCS.
Hey, well, freaking hit me up or order it through the pull box, and I'll make sure you get yours. So if you go to but if you do go to your local comic book store, they should have this, and it looks like either like this, the one for this month, it looks like this, or on the back end, it might look like this. Or you can just tell them, hey, next month I want to order this, and they'll make sure that they put it on the side for you. And it's about, I think it's like $3.99. Yep, $3.99 per joint, and they'll stuff some of the other freebies in there for you. Now, what that does is, if you open it up, it's got all this goody stuff. It's about 510 pages of the stuff. But the main thing that you want or are looking for, and I don't have it, is that usually there's this little tag, and that tag inside has the code. And with that code, you can get it's a little digital code. And with that digital code, you can actually download into a PDF this whole thing, right? Vice is having to flip page by page on the hard copy. You can have it on your computer. You can flip through this. You can flip through it. You can do a search for it over here and all that other good stuff. Now, once you're there and you got this thing open and you see something you like, what you can do is you can actually click on it, and it'll bring you straight to the previews catalog. Now, unfortunately, it says item not found. I don't know why, but some of these should be in there. I think some of them were just put in there incorrectly. Let's see. All right. So for some of the stuff that's in there, you can look at it, you can tag it, you can see what the actual price should be for it. And then if you are inside of the Drunken Chat, the Comic Crusaders pull box, and once again, I'll tell you about this once I'm done explaining this how this goes. When you logged in, you bring out what you want to look at. You're sure that you want it. What you can do is you can just press order. You can tell me how many you want. If you just want one, you order it, and then that's it. If you decide that you didn't want to order it, you just cancel the order. And that's it. And what that does is it sends me an email. Hey, this particular customer wanted this. This is how much it costs. This is how much it's going to cost you, and all that other stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll accept it, and I will send you an invoice to your email, a PayPal invoice, and then you just pay for it. And once you pay for it, I'll actually put it in an order, and then within a month or so, depending on what it is, I'll be able to get it. Now, if it's one of these back order joints or one of those over the water joints that's like overseas, it might like take 3 to 6 months or something like that. But once we get the invoice paid, then I'll immediately start ordering it.
Can I say one thing on that? Half
Yep.
these toys, like, remember I wanted to get the Rising of Shield Hero Nindoroid, but they go for a lot of money. So, like, if you can order them now through previews, it'll save you good $50 to $80 on just little toys compared to, like, some of the statues that sell out like that and go for, like, double, triple the price.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yep, that's absolutely right, Nick. So if you see it in here and you want it, and you notice that it was just in there from the last month or whatever, order it right away so I can get that order in, because sometimes a week to 2 weeks later, it's no longer available. and that goes along with cards, sports cards, and all that other stuff. You got to get in there and order that stuff immediately.
Because they're allocated a lot of them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they have a certain time when they got to get the orders in and all that other stuff before they're locked out. So they got to get their orders in.
Yeah, so I guess it seems a lot of times like
Oh,
whenever
hold on. Can you still order those two? I want that Raptalia figure. Go over to the left, right in the middle. Rising the Shield Hero. Nope. Go right over the other slide. Yep. I want those two. Nope. Down one more. Right underneath the pinkish one to the right. Over right. One more over. Yeah, I want that. What is that, like 250 instead of like the 600 they're charging online for it? Yeah, that one.
Let's see. So you're probably gonna have to.
It's probably back
Yeah,
ordered. Nope.
yeah,
Wrong one, but yeah.
yeah. For some reason, when you click on these, they're not clicking correctly. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to put the name in the search box. You're gonna have to type this Rising of the Shield Hero or Raptalia
Raptalia. Yeah.
inside the. Let's see what happens
She's
if
my
I put it
wife
in
right
there.
now. I'm obsessed with her. She's so cute and badass.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is it seems like a lot of times, I guess, like whenever something is announced for these specialty items, like you pretty much have to be on it, like to order it.
Yeah, and they sell it fast. And if you get them through like the importers, they're even more expensive. Yep, I want that.
Yep. So what you do is you type it in the search box. You can click your thing. You do the order, or if you want to just hold it in there, you're not ready to order, but you want to hold it in there for later. You can just put it in your wish list,
Okay.
and that's it. But if you really want to order it, you're ready for it. Remember, I don't see your wish list, so don't put in your wish list and expect me to freaking see it. I don't see your wish list. I just see what's on order. You guys have any other questions?
Yeah, what about ordering manga? How does that work through them? Have you done that for anyone yet?
Yeah, it's the same way. Same way. You just do the search for it. You just do the search for it of whatever what if you know the title and everything, and you just put it in there.
Now, one last question. Does the discount apply for that or no? Or how does that work?
Once again, for most all the people that are ordering all the stuff, as long as it's not back ordered,
Yep.
you guys are going to get you guys are going to get that FOC discount.
Okay, cool.
Right?
One
So,
last question:
Mhm.
If you're new to signing up for this box, how do we contact you?
Yep. So you can contact me at if you see my little nameplate on there, right under me, at the Lucas.Fashina at comiccrusaders.com. Just send it to that email, and I will get you guys hooked up. I'll send you an invitation. That invitation lets you can put in something in the order form, or excuse me, in the username form. Put your username, your address, and all that other stuff. And then once you get going, you should be able to get inside of our pull box and look around.
Cool.
All right, so I think this went pretty good, guys. You guys definitely want to do this because I'm down for it. Actually, review anime, read mangas. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Sounds good. I definitely had some fun. I'm definitely appreciative of everybody that was able to be in there. Unfortunately, we had a lot of people that don't know about the animation thing yet, but we'll keep pushing it so everybody knows what's going on. And once again, if you guys have any questions about any type of anime or manga or have some content you want us to provide, just let us know, man. Just let us know in the comments, and we'll try and get
Get
that
any of
stuff.
it on our social medias too. Yeah, we don't care. We'll help you out.
Yep.
There's an
All
anime and
right.
manga for anything you guys could possibly want. You know, it's not like comics where it's XYZ. Cooking, sports, horror, love, slice of life, anything you think of, they got it for you.
So one last thing to check out, I wanted to give a special thank you to El Scorpion Dorado, who is a big star over there at Australia TV. He hung out with us for a while. Um, he's got a couple of shows. One is El Scorpion Dorado Bailante, which is where he rides around in a car and he interviews Mexican TV stars. He's also got Tengo Mucho Talento, which is kind of like what's that show, Dancing with the Stars or Singing with the Stars, whatever, but it's Mexican style. He's actually interviewed quite a number of big stars like Will Smith and Jim Carrey on the show, and he's just a funny guy. Um, but yeah, freaking thank you to that dude. I'm going to show his trailer quick sec, and then we're going to do an outro.
Cool.
That what you guys? All right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool.